Hello everybody and welcome to Overthrown. We are going to be covering a quick guide. Now, it looks like I'm kind of picking a bad time to do this, but I do want to show you guys, when you get raided, there is obviously a number of outlaws that you get, and then there is a white line. That white line indicates how many you have to defeat before they start running away. The most asked question I have had so far is, how do you plant crops? So if you go into your build menu and you go over to farming, we can see that my crop is blue, which means I can plant it. However, if I go up here to a higher elevation, I can't plant a din darn thing up here. Now, in my stream, I had mentioned that you had to put it next to water. That is incorrect. It is based solely on elevation height. So once you get down a little bit lower, you'll be able to plant in all of your vegetables, all of your grains, and all of your trees for your orchard. The other thing that I want to cover is how to harvest these guys. All right, so if you have your greatsword, this also goes into a fighting mechanic as well. But if you hold shift and left click, you can just spin your way through your crops and harvest these guys up really, really easily. Be careful that you don't hit any of your plants that have not grown fully, because it will destroy them. And this mechanic also works on your grains as well. So it is much faster harvesting up all of your veggies, all of your grains. Another battle mechanic is if you dash and then attack, you'll get a really cool blade attack that shoots out in front of you and does damage. You can also dash, jump, and attack. Dash and jump to get a little extra height. You can also hold, jump, and then shift, and then let go, and you'll get even more height when you jump. The other thing I want to show you guys is what I have set up over here. Now, in the wild, you will find these Tuskar nests. And what you can do is actually pick them up, hit Q to go into the grid mode, and then hit M. And you can place this anywhere on your map. So you can actually bring this all the way from where you found it directly into your town and just drop it there. And now you don't have to worry about the Tuskar spawning on your head while you're carrying them across the map. The other thing I've done is put my hunting towers next to where my nests are. And these guys will shoot the Tuskars, come down and collect all the meat, which is used by the butchery over here. So we have an automatic meat farm, which is pretty handy. Now, for the other part of the building mechanic that I do want to show you guys is, if you go into your map, you hit Q, you can actually build directly from this view. So you've got a bird's eye view and you can see your town a little bit easier and get things placed a little bit better. Now, I am going to be redoing my entire village over here and kind of get things centered around this area a little bit more. I'm not quite happy with how this came out. So if I were to do that, I have to exit the map. I can actually come down this way, and I will show you guys how to demolish your buildings. So if we go to Q into our build mode, go down to infrastructure, clear land, and then I look at this building, all I have to do is middle mouse click and it deletes it, which is awesome. So, because I'm going to have to do this all over the place instead of picking these guys up and moving them one by one. It's going to be much easier to just sort of rebuild and then come out here and demolish. I'm also going to cover the utility of some of these buildings here. All right, so our composters are absolutely necessary for getting our fertilizer so we can continuously build crops. Now, you can find fertilizer out in the wild like that, which are like these little gross piles of something. You can collect those out in the wild, and that will be your fertilizer. Now, the fertilizer is used to plant your crops. So once you have enough fertilizer, these guys can go ahead and start replanting all of the crops and stuff. And so what makes those wild fertilizers pop up is if you break a fruit or something like that, and you just leave it there, it will rot over time and will turn into fertilizer. All right, guys, I hope that this video has helped you. If it did, please be sure to leave a like. And if you want to see more of my content, consider subscribing as well. If you have any more questions, please let me know in the comments section below, and I will try my best to answer them as long as I know the answer. And if I get enough questions of stuff that I have not covered in this, I'll go ahead and create another video covering all the new things as well. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I can't wait to see you all next time.